Hello, this is Jonathan, back for another episode of Virtual Villagers. For this first part, I'm just going to buy the next level 2 of medicine, and I will be back when we have enough tech points to, I think this would be the cheapest, and it's what's most needed would be food, because I hate replanting, and then we'll be able to get it from the sea. So I think we're going to wait for 50,000 tech points, which we probably won't get to. So the next thing I think I'll come back to you when we have another child. I think that'll be it. And our oldest one, I think it's Brutus right now. He's the youngest, yeah. Brutus is 9, so maybe he'll be an adult this episode. And he's the first of the chain of children, so there's that. That'll probably be next. Either she has a child or that, or something happens, like we finally get this. And oh wait, no, he's the youngest, my bad. And then I guess I'll see you in a little while. Yeah. I don't know how to put this to you guys. It just really sucks because once again, the second part of this did not record audio. I do not know why. I'm gonna hope it doesn't happen again. If it does happen again, I'm gonna have to wait for another wait till I can buy another microphone, which I was really hoping that I wouldn't have to buy another microphone until I could really save up more money and invest in a snowball. I think that's what it's called. Snowball, blue snowball, or whatever. If you know anything about recording devices, you know what I'm talking about. And anyways, I'm just hoping this doesn't happen again. It's really strange, and as much as I would love to apologize to you, that sounds kind of strange. I don't want to have to apologize, but I do want to own up to my faults. But on the same end, I really it's almost like it's not my fault because I had no control over it. Like, all the settings are perfectly fine. It wasn't like my recording device reset and I just didn't double check, or not even that, which is kind of last minute thing anyways. There's just no reason why it shouldn't have worked. It just didn't. But going back to what was happening here, so basically 2 new children. Katrina is the youngest, which you probably already saw, and then Martin, which is the next oldest. And beyond that, there's a new hut in town that is being built by our old builders, which would be Jericho and Ronald. And that's because our population is getting higher. And while we were gone, it was like a couple mushrooms, and it was sitting there for 4 hours. That's why I didn't want to record a third piece here. And Brutus, which is the oldest of the biennial. I originally titled it biannual, and I'm like, biannual, that'd be twice a year. What am I talking about? I want once every other year. And so that'd be biennial. But he's 13, almost 14, so the first of that chain to be able to work. And then right after Katrina was born, which actually happens on there, and you could probably hear like the little kissing noise or whatever. And Brock, which was our first child who became an adult, he's now 27. He's the father of the new child that Sarah's now pregnant again. And I was actually checking into the characters, and Eli was the first character that was actually conceived during the LP, and he's now 23. And since that didn't start at the beginning and he's not exactly 23, I'm going to say that the LP has technically been around for about 24 isolate years. And so that's kind of a cool little fun fact for you guys. And there's something else. Oh yeah, I was talking about where I kind of brought it up in my announcement of Mountain Blade schedule being on hiatus, and I wanted to make a point to say that I'm not planning on ending this series anytime soon. I mean, if I finish, obviously, like if I've done everything that I want to do, then I'm kind of gonna cut out there, maybe like aftermath videos I might do just to see where the progress, just let it sit once the village is self-sufficient, and just see where it is every once in a while. But beyond that, and I'm planning on doing this regularly every week, just how I've been doing it. And And because why I wanted to do this and why I didn't do with the Mountain Blade is, well, it's just kind of hard to fit in a lot of times on a Monday like that. But also I'm trying to transition from my personal videos, which I've brought up a couple times now, into when it comes to minimal editing, which would be something like this, where it's not too much editing, unless it's this kind of case where I have to do a huge voiceover and all that annoying bullshit. But transition into really minimal, which would be like streaming, because there's certain things that just don't work, and it's not that I'm really lazy, which I'm kind of lazy, but not that lazy, it's more time constraint, and also certain videos just don't work in a YouTube format, and I'd like to do during streaming, stuff like maybe Trackmania, where I could just kind of get my, like, go up the ranks and just see where that is, and I think I'm decent at it. I mean, I'm definitely awful compared to, like, the pro players, but I think I'm good enough where it'd be not, like, you'd get yelling at the screen all the time as you watch it, and, well, you could yell at me because it'd be a stream, but also that, let me think here, I just lost my train of thought, but then Austin might join me in that, from that you will know from the War Z series, and the other end of that is why I want really minimal there, just because there's certain videos that only work in that format, and I'd love to hear your suggestions on what I should do for that. But I want to work on more long-term projects, you know, stuff like S&G. I wanted to do some reviews, because I think the hardest part is just having enough space to have all that raw footage to make sure I don't miss anything, and I would record the whole time I'm playing, even though it's not for, like, upload as a series like that, just for the review, like how most reviews I would believe are done by professionals, if you will, and I think I could have a decently good journalistic take on that. I think I know what I'm doing, and I think I can accurately portray the game that I would review, and I'd also like to do comparisons and stuff like that, and that's pretty much everything. If there's still more left, but I'm gonna check the editor right now. It should be near the end, but that's about it. If there is more, feel free to stop it now, and I'm sorry this happened. I'll hope for the best. If otherwise we don't, I guess I will see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys.